Day and enjoy a candlelight dinner for two. You and your Valentine can dine on a delicious seafood platter for two or a ribeye steak dinner for two for just $39.95. Your dinners come complete with Captain Joe's famous all-you-can-eat soup, salad, and dessert bar. You can also order your favorite dinner from Captain Joe's regular menu. Special candlelight dinners for two will be served this Sunday, Valentine's Day, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Captain Joe's on the Savannah Highway in Jesup.
You can save, baby, save at the F-150 sell-down on now at Woody Folsom Ford Baxley. Nearly 70 new 15 F-150s selling down at big-time savings. The 16s are rolling in like Gunga Din, so that means one thing.
These 15s has got to go from here. We got factory rebates up to $47.50 on these 15, and that's before we talk. Get a Woody Folsom deal on the world's best-selling truck.
Hey, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, but talk to it.
Click us online at WoodyFolsomFord.com. Why shop a limited selection when you can choose from nearly 500 new Ford cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers? The F-150 sell-down is buying time, baby.
Hey, we got the trucks.
Better get to Baxley and talk to us. Get up to $4,750 cash back before you talk to Woody.
There you go. Get in here and let us earn your business.
Woody Folsom Ford, 341 West in Baxley, USA.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties for over 13 years. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the only nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our new administrative offices, located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, have opened recently as Phase 1 of our building project. Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak to someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
It's refund season, America, and now when you come into Block, you get a chance to win $1,000. 1,000 people win $1,000 every day at Block. Walk in to win.
No purchase necessary. For rules and alternate method of entry, visit hrblock.com/grant. Open to legal U.S. residents age 18+. Enter January 4th through February 15th. 32,000 total winners. Void where prohibited. Not everyone gets a refund.
Make an appointment with our Jesup office at 912-427-7769 and celebrate refund season with H&R Block.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott-Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have two locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sheridan today.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, Governor Nathan Deal says the Obama administration's latest funding request to deepen the Savannah Harbor falls far short of the federal dollars needed to keep the project on schedule. President Barack Obama's proposed budget for fiscal year 2017 released Tuesday seeks $42.7 million to continue dredging the busy shipping channel to the port of Savannah. Construction on the $706 million project, which would make room for larger cargo ships in the Savannah River, began last fall. Governor said in a statement that the president's latest funding request would provide less than half of what is needed to ensure construction progress steadily. And Georgia committed its entire $266 million share of the harbor project up front, and that money has essentially been spent, making federal funding critical for avoiding future delays. With the news, U.S. Senators Johnny Isakson, David Perdue, along with U.S. Representative Earl Buddy Carter today demanded answers from the Obama administration on its failure to include adequate levels of critical funding for the Savannah Harbor expansion project in the president's fiscal year 2017 budget. Again, it was released on Tuesday. According to the Army Corps of Engineers' current construction plan, where the federal government fails to provide at least $80 to $100 million a year to the Savannah Harbor expansion project for fiscal year 2017 through 2020, they state the project simply cannot be completed on time, and the resulting delays will cost taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. Johnny Isakson says, I'm extremely disappointed that the president is shortchanging a critical infrastructure project such as the Savannah project while instead spending $300 billion on new green projects and levying a new oil tax on hardworking families. He says the administration has inflicted irresponsible cuts on the Army Corps of Engineers' overall budget. Purdue says over the past 15 years, the Savannah Port has been the fastest growing port in the country. Completing the expansion of the harbor will have a dramatic economic impact not only on the state of Georgia, but the entire country. He says this must remain a priority for the United States to compete globally and expand American-made products into the new markets. He states it's unacceptable and frustrating that the Obama administration has decided to ignore its commitment to the Savannah Harbor project. Carter says failing to provide adequate funding for this critical project will result in delays and threaten to increase the cost to taxpayers. He says this project is essential for jobs and economic growth in the 1st District, the Southeast, and the entire nation, and this administration must realize this truth and prioritize the project. They say this has been a long fight, which is clearly not over, and Carter says he'll do everything in his power to ensure the federal government meets the commitment of the state. The Obama administration's budget cuts the Army Corps of Engineers' overall budget by 22%, including a 40% cut to the Corps' construction account for the congressionally appropriated $1.86 billion to $1.1 billion. The vast majority of those downsized funds are going towards various conservation and environmental projects across the country, rather than towards improving the country's major infrastructure and transportation assets, such as the Port of Savannah. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
It's tax time, and your tax refund goes twice as far at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jesup. I'm Chad Neesmith, and our Double Down event is backed by popular demand. Choose any used vehicle on our lot today, and we'll double your down payment up to $1,500. That's right, turn a $1,500 down payment into a $3,000 down payment instantly. We've got an incredible used car selection on our lot right now. Just in, low mileage pre-owned vehicles under $20,000 are up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. At Neesmith Chevrolet in Jesup, we go the distance to give you every reason to buy your next used vehicle from us. You won't find a better selection, bigger value, or lower price on a used car guaranteed. We give you top dollar for your trade at Neesmith in Jesup. Credit challenges are never a challenge. We get you financed quickly. Come and see us today and double your down payment up to $1,500 on Highway 341 in Jesup and online at NeesmithJesup.com. Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Find new roads.
The Jesup chapter of the Iron Order Motorcycle Club presents their 5th annual Save the Tatas Poker Run. Saturday, February 20th, rain or shine. Registration begins at 11 a.m. in the Kmart parking lot, 950 Sunset Boulevard at Jesup. Last flight count at 1 p.m. Come out Saturday, February 20th for music, drawings, food, and fun. That's the 5th annual Save the Tatas Poker Run, Saturday, February 20th, starting at the Kmart parking lot, 950 Sunset Boulevard in Jesup.
Other news, Sheriff John Carter announced this week 2 arrests on Friday, February 5th after a traffic stop on a 4-door white Lincoln driven by Chelsea Hewitt, also known as Chelsea Paulette, with Jesse Paulette riding in the front passenger seat. Vehicle stopped in the parking lot of the Huddle House. The charges are as follows. 26-year-old Jesse Paulette charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of firearm during the commission of a crime, and participation in gang-related activities. 19-year-old Chelsea Paulette is charged with operating a vehicle with no insurance, operating a vehicle with a suspended registration, and driving with no license. Several firearms were found in the vehicle, including a semi-automatic weapon and .22 caliber pistol. Also seized was $1,255 in cash from the vehicle. Both were transported to the Wayne County Jail. And also in the news, 46-year-old Amber Fields of Brantley County, no longer employed with the Wayne County Board of Education after she was cited for possession of marijuana this past Friday by law enforcement. Fields was on the personnel approved Tuesday by the Board of Education, and she opted to resign her position from the school system. She taught at Martha Puckett Middle School, where on Friday the drugs were found to be in her automobile parked at the school parking lot. Search was conducted by the K-9 units this past Friday at both the high school and the middle school. Once again, the teacher is handing in her resignation and is no longer employed by the Wayne County school system. District Attorney Jackie Johnson reports that 27-year-old Eduardo Herbert Bowman of Brunswick, Georgia, will spend 20 years in prison after a Glenn County jury found him guilty of attacking his living girlfriend this week back in July and breaking her jaw. After hearing the evidence presented in court Tuesday, the jury found Bowman guilty of 1 count of aggravated battery, 2 counts of aggravated assault, all under the Family Violence Act, along with a single count of false imprisonment. He was found guilty of striking her in the face and head, causing extensive injuries, including a broken jaw. Presiding Judge Roger Lane handed down the 20-year prison sentence, followed by 20 years probation. In Atlanta, the Georgia House delayed a bill that would prevent state-funded high schools from joining athletic associations that do not allow athletes to wear clothing expressing religious beliefs. The bill was scheduled for a vote Tuesday, but it's been put off for later this week. The proposal was aimed at the Georgia High School Association, as some lawmakers have criticized the association for disqualifying a runner in the state cross-country meet for wearing a headband with a Bible verse on it. Organization has said its national rules require student athletes to be in uniform with no other adornments. Opponents of the measure say the association is a private organization which is simply following its own rules. The measure also allows schools to compete across athletic associations. A Senate version of the bill remains in committee. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
It's tax time, and your tax refund goes twice as far at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jesup. I'm Chad Neesmith, and our Double Down event is backed by popular demand. Choose any used vehicle on our lot today, and we'll double your down payment up to $1,500. That's right, turn a $1,500 down payment into a $3,000 down payment instantly. We've got an incredible used car selection on our lot right now. Just in, low-mileage pre-owned vehicles under $20,000 are up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. At Neesmith Chevrolet in Jesup, we go the distance to give you every reason to buy your next used vehicle from us. You won't find a better selection, bigger value, or lower price on a used car guaranteed. We give you top dollar for your trade at Neesmith in Jesup. Credit challenges are never a challenge. We get you financed quickly. Come and see us today and double your down payment up to $1,500 on Highway 341 in Jesup and online at NeesmithJesup.com. Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Find new roads.
It's refund season, America, and now when you come into Block, you get a chance to win $1,000. 1,000 people win $1,000 every day at Block. Walk in to win.
No purchase necessary. For rules and alternate method of entry, visit hrblock.com/grant. Open to legal U.S. residents age 18+. Enter January 4th through February 15th. 32,000 total winners. Void where prohibited. Not everyone gets a refund.
Make an appointment with our Jesup office at 912-427-7769 and celebrate refund season with H&R Block.
Final notes and news. Wayne County Chamber of Commerce wants to invite the community to attend the first State of the County Luncheon. It's going to be held Tuesday, February 23rd at the Paul Scott Polytech Center at Coastal Pies Technical College. Presenting sponsors, the Connor Law Group. Guest speakers will be the city and county government leaders, along with School Superintendent Jay Brinson. These representatives will discuss their goals, challenges, and overall health of the community. They state you will not want to miss out on this opportunity to hear what local leaders have to say and clarify important community issues and address concerns that impact businesses, tourism, and the quality of life in Wayne County. Table sponsorships are available. 8 reserved seats on a table. Tickets are $15 for chamber members, $20 for non-members. Buffet line will begin at 11:30 a.m. The program begins at 12 noon. Registration forms are available at the chamber. Again, reservations can also be made by calling the chamber at 427-2028. And a reminder, early voting is underway this week. Runs all the way up through February the 26th, Monday through Friday at the Wayne County Courthouse. Office hours 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., open during lunch. And this is the presidential preference primary, also the special District 4 school board election. And if you have any questions, call the registrar's office at 427-5950. Wayne County Board of Tourism getting ready for the Hog Jam, February 19th through the 21st. Once again, hunters will be allowed to hunt anywhere that is legal in the state of Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. 5-state hunt begins at 2 p.m. on Friday, February 19th, and Sunday, February 21st at 2 p.m. Registration for the hunt will close at 6 p.m. February the 16th. Registration is $50 for bow or gun hunters, $200 for a dog team up to 4 hunters. Teams of 6 will be allowed, with each additional team member paying $50 to hunt. Children under 16 can hunt free with a registered paid adult. All hogs must be weighed in at the J.C. Fairgrounds in Jesup, but participants can hunt anywhere in these states. They have legal permission to hunt. The tournament has a payout of $8,000. Registration forms are available at the depot, also at Odom and Scriven City Halls, or online at active.com. If you need more information, call the Tourism Board office at 427-3233 or visit the Tourism Board website at waynetourism.com. And finally in the news, don't forget the Jesup Community Blood Drive set for Monday, February 15th from 2 to 7 p.m. in the Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium, 411 East Cherry Street. All blood types are needed. Again, if you get the chance to give the gift of life, a pint of blood, they ask that you please do so on Monday, February 15th, 2 to 7 p.m. Once again, at the Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium, located at 411 East Cherry Street. Again, they state your one donation could save up to 3 lives. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.